I'm Richard Searles. I'm an independent filmmaker. And the film I'm working on right now is about two themes: innocence and wrongful conviction.
I did not kill Sarah Cherry. I happened to be in an area where a crime occurred. I originally thought that the reason the police were after me was because they somehow had caught on to my drug use. I finished basically what the drugs that I had there and went for a walk through the woods, and I found this kind of a glade where I sat down and enjoyed the afternoon until it started getting dark, and I got up and decided it was time to go home, tried to find my truck, and I couldn't. When I came out of the woods, I met Mr. and Mrs. Buttrick. Mr. Buttrick drove me around trying to find my truck for me. So we happened to run across a police officer, and he flagged him down, explained the situation, that he was trying to help find my truck, and I jumped in the police officer's car. He said he'd help me do that, and that's when this whole nightmare began.
He was brought in under tight security, surrounded by state police and sheriff's deputies. There have been death threats against Dennis DeShane.
In 1989, Dennis DeShane, a young Maine farmer, was convicted of the torture and murder of a 12-year-old girl, Sarah Cherry. He has spent the last 26 years of a life sentence languishing in a Maine state prison for this crime. Before the trial, DeShane had requested DNA testing on the abundant forensic materials gleaned from the crime scene.
Well, I did more than request it. I offered to pay for it. The judge wouldn't allow it. He did not want to delay the trial.
He is alleged to have committed a horrendous crime, and here he is offering to let himself be tested for DNA. It does not sound like the actions of a guilty person.
6 weeks before Dennis DeShane's initial appeal in 1992, the state incinerated the majority of the fingernails and other important biological DNA-yielding evidence found at the crime scene.
Any case where there's forensic evidence, the forensic evidence should be preserved, it should be tested. The state should engage in this testing for the sake of truth, and prosecutors who are interested in nothing more than a conviction should be removed from those positions and replaced by people who are interested in pursuing truth.
The last 2 days have been very detailed in the course of DNA evidence, but I think you may have gotten a flavor just how unrevealing the evidence is.
I think the nail is the one clear Y chromosome profile, and it absolutely excludes Dennis DeShane.
In 2012, Judge Bradford was brought out of retirement to decide Dennis DeShane's last and most recent motion for a new trial.
Good morning, thank you.
In citing his own narrow interpretation of the law, would not allow compelling new time-of-death evidence by two renowned forensic pathologists.
They are two of the best forensic pathologists alive today, and they both concluded, not maybe, but definitely, the victim was alive when Dennis DeShane was accounted for.
The film, with a working title, Dennis DeShane, is part of a concerted effort to secure Dennis a new trial in front of a jury where all the evidence is heard.
There are a lot of people in this country that have been exonerated, and the list continues to grow. I hope to be part of it soon.